And that's all it is if you do a podcast in your industry, that's all you're doing is you're keeping people updated on what's going on, the current trends, and again, you can start to build a following. And in a world today where there are so many different businesses and it's so easy for customers to go to a different website and look at these other businesses, it's so important for you to stand out. And that's what all of these things are designed to do. They're designed to grab the attention of your prospective customers and say, hey, look at me, I'm doing this stuff. And your customers might take you up on any of these things that you decide to do. And even if they don't decide to take you up on them, chances are they'll remember you a little bit more. And when the time comes where they might need your product or service, there is a better chance that they'll remember you because you did a little bit more to stand out, and it increases the chances that they'll come back to your website because you are doing these things and other people aren't. So that is the goal, and that is why you should try to at least think about implementing some of these scarcity techniques into your business marketing. And it's all about doing something to stand out above everyone else, above the hundreds and thousands of websites out there. Don't underestimate how many other businesses out there. And it's important for you to do everything that you can to stand out from the crowd. So, okay, now in this slide, I'm going to talk about being honest. Now, this is something I probably shouldn't have to talk about, but I'm going to anyways just because I want to cover it. It's important to be honest. Use this sales tactic the right way if you're going to use it. Okay, now one example of using it the wrong way would be to go on your website and every product that you have, just say that product is in short supply, and you simply just want to make a sale. You just want to get customers to buy the product, so you say, oh, we're in short supply. Do not do that. That is deceitful to your customers. It's bad business practice. It's a bad habit to get into, and if you start doing it, it is ultimately going to ruin your business because people are smart nowadays, especially when they're shopping online, and they're only going to get smarter. So if you go on your website and start tagging everything as almost out or in short supply, hurry and buy now, people are going to start to notice that, and they're going to start to question whether or not you really are running low on a product or you're just saying that because you want to make a sale. And if they start building that little bit of skepticism in their minds, that can ruin an entire business relationship. So don't lie about it. Be honest, do it the right way, and you're much better off. Okay, so now I'm going to go through a scenario on why it's very important to use this sales technique in your web marketing. Okay, so a little scenario here. So we have somebody that's shopping around for a product, and they get to your website and they find something that they really want. They're ready to buy this product. It's what they've been looking for. They like your website. They like your business. They like how you put yourself out there, and they want to buy from you. Okay, but they decide that they want to wait a couple days because their payday is in a couple days, or whatever reason they decide to wait a couple days. So they come back in a couple days, and now they're ready to buy from you. They're excited. They got their credit card out. They can't wait, pumped up. So they get to your website. They go right back to where they were before, but now they can't buy that item because you're sold out. And now they're upset. They're frustrated. They're angry. They're disappointed because they really wanted to buy that item, and now they can't. And it might not be for them. Maybe it was for a loved one. Maybe it was for a spouse, or maybe it was for one of their kids for a birthday. You can see how disappointed the customer might be. And if they only would have known that you were running short on that product, maybe they would have bought it. Let's rewind now, and let's go back and say that you did tell them that you were short. You only have 5 left in stock. That customer is going to look at that, and they're going to think just a little bit harder. And there's a good chance that they might buy it if they really want it, and then you run out. But that's okay because that customer is so happy now because they got it just in time to give it to whoever they were going to give it to, or if it was for themselves. And and this goes without saying that you want customers to be emotionally happy and put you in the same light as happy thoughts and satisfaction and all of that good stuff. So this is very important to do. And even if that person decided not to go ahead and buy that product, at least they know that when they come back in a couple days that there's a possibility that you might be out, so that it's not going to be a surprise. It's not going to be a total shock to them because they know that you told them ahead of time that you're running low, so they're not going to be too disappointed. And if you are out, you could then offer a similar product that they might be interested in, and chances are that they'll continue to be shopping on your website and they'll continue to want to do business with you because you let them know you're running low, and that's good business practice right there. You always want to keep your customers in the know. So yeah, this is an example of how you can use it on your website, and again, it's very important that you use it the right way. Now in this slide, I'm going to talk about a couple similar concepts that are right in line with scarcity. And all of these are also unconscious thought processes that go on in our mind automatically. And these things that I'm about to talk about are also used in business marketing and website marketing. And the first one I'm going to talk about is whenever we see something that is priced high, we automatically tend to think that that product is better quality, higher quality. So if we walk into a store and we look on a shelf and we see 5 products on there and they're all built for pretty much the same thing, they're all designed to accomplish the same task, but a couple of them are priced much higher, then we automatically think that those items with the higher price tags are of higher quality. They last longer, they have more features, they're more durable. We automatically tend to think that those ones are better, and whether or not that's true, we would automatically think that. That's just the way the mind works, because if an item's priced higher, it's a little bit harder to get to. It's a little bit harder for us to obtain because it's higher priced, and a lot of us are conscious about money and how much we spend, and we all like to watch our money, so that makes that product a little bit harder for us to obtain. Therefore, we think it's more valuable, and so that is that concept. Now, the other concept is when we're on a website and we're on there shopping around and reading information, and we get to a certain area of the website that is locked down. It's restricted. We don't have access to it, and we have to do something in order to get access to it, whether that's buy something or log in or sign up or register for an account or enter our email addresses, anything like that. We automatically tend to think that whatever is in that restricted area is valuable content. Whether it is or it isn't, we would automatically think that. And that is only because it's just a little bit harder for us to get to. That information in the restricted content isn't readily available for everyone to see, therefore it must be valuable. Now, whether or not there really is valuable content in there, that's not my point. My point is we automatically seem to want it more. We want to know what's in there. So we start trying to figure out how to get that, what we have to do to get that information. Now, if the exact same information in that restricted area was not restricted, if it was free and open for anyone to read at any time, then we might not even think twice about looking at it. We might not even pay attention to it altogether. But since that exact same information is restricted, it automatically becomes more valuable to us. We automatically perceive it as value, and we want to know what it is. Okay? Now, in situations like these, it's not necessarily the content that is the most important thing to us. What we desire most is the access to that content. That's what's the most desired. That's what we want the most. We want to be able to know that we can get in there and get access to something that not everyone else has access to. We want to know that we can get in, and we want to be in the know. We want to know what's going on all the time. That's just human nature. Therefore, it's the access to the content that is the most valuable. And this is true in all kinds of areas. People buy well, here is an example of, if we don't get access to that to that information. We just seem to be a little frustrated, and we just want to know what we have to do to get it. We want to know what's in there, and it's kind of aggravating. So, and again, this happens all the time. People buy products every day without ever having the intention of ever using them. That what they intend to do is they intend to resell those items at a later time when they think those items might be more valuable, because it's the access to those items that's where the money is.